My name is Ryan Eternal, and I've been tattooing for 10 years. I'm not here for the money, I'm here for the respect. My favorite style of tattooing is new school. Bright colors, bold lines, something that'll step up and slap your mom in the face.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another exciting episode of Is It Wrong Podcast with your host, me, Rey Parra. Make sure to hit the like button, make sure to subscribe and share. Add all your comments. We love the comments. Every time we have a special guest, there's different comments. We have a conversation. We have a great time, guys. Remember to get our merch. We got some cool t-shirts, some cool mechanic shirts, some hats, some buttons, some mugs, all kinds of real good stuff. But just stay tuned for today's guest. It's going to be a great one. Hey, guys, welcome back to another exciting episode of Is It Wrong Podcast. Today, we got a guy on here. You can see his name already. Many of you know him already from his fierce battles with LT on on the show Ink Masters. Then later on with Mark Longnegger, a face-off where he felt like Ryan mistreated the judging on that and all that kind of stuff. But Ryan's also known for his new school type tattooing and his TV personality. Y'all, please welcome Ryan Eternal. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, how you doing, Ray?
Good, man. Good. It's been a moment, right? Trying to get you on here.
Yeah, it's been hard. Like I said, you've been trying to get me on for a minute, and I felt bad, but now we got it nailed down. So
it's all good, man. It's all good. I got several people like that took me forever to get. Todd Latore from Queensryche took me forever to get him on, and I know everybody's busy, so I get that, but.
Like right now, I know we're on different time zones right now. So
yeah. It's like 1 a.m. over there. No, what's like 8:30 over there?
Yeah, it's super early. So it's I'm a tattooer. I don't wake up till the crack of noon. You know what I mean? So
I hear you, man. Well, you don't go to bed till like 11 in the morning. Then you go to bed.
Yeah, I'm up all night. So
yeah. Hey, so I'm not going to bore you with all the same questions everybody asks. I'm gonna a few little things, because there's, for me, the thing about my show is I like to know other things that people don't typically ask. I will ask some of the same, but regardless, man, it's great having you on here, bro.
Thanks, dude. Just stump me. Throw some wild shit at me.
All right, so let's see here. I don't know about wild, but my first question is for you. Your TV personality.
Yeah.
How much of that hard-ass Ryan Eternal is real, and how much of it is producer-induced, if you know what I mean?
So they don't ever tell us. They don't give us like a script or nothing to write or nothing like to follow. Because getting, tattooers to follow a script is like herding cats. It's impossible. So
yeah.
Me, I can turn it on and off whenever I want. I'm really good with confrontation. Like, I don't get shook at all. So they knew that from jump, and they knew that they could use that. So
yeah,
they were good at like stirring the pot and just kind of letting me go. But they would tell me, they're like, look, ratings are going to be a little low today. I need you to fire it up. And I was like, all right, let's run it. So
oh, nice.
Yeah,
hence this picture right here.
Yeah,
dude, that is like
poor LT, man. Like, I like LT. He's a really good dude, but at that time, I don't think he was ready for that. He was like, he hit me up. He's like, I'm gonna gas this up, and I was like, send it, dude, and we'll see where it goes. And I hit the button a little quicker than he hit the button. So.
Oh yeah, dude. Watching the show, I watched every episode, every season, and that's probably one of my favorite times. Just watching you get hot like that, just. Because, as you're doing it, I'm not thinking, okay, is this like produced by the show, or is it legitimate, or what? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, but then you see it, man. Then I've got to meet you and all that. And it's just, I don't know. I'm like, I just need to ask him, man, because knowing you face to face, it's like you're not like that, you're not just this chill dude. And then seeing that, I'm like, all right, so, so.
I was a bit of a roughneck my whole life until, I got older and I chilled out a little bit. So like now it's more controllable. So
turn
it on whenever.
Yeah, this is the guy most people see right here. Just
that's the laid back me.
yeah. But no, that's cool though, man, because like I said, there's just some things I've always wanted to know.
Yeah.
Let me see, what else did I have for you? Oh, and part of that, when you run into people, when people come up to you and want to get inked by you,
Yeah.
do they ever ask you? Do they just see the personality on TV, or
Oh
they,
yeah.
yeah, right? They're like,
Yeah.
oh, I don't know if
Still to this day, like they'll talk shit with me about it, and it's like they don't understand that there's more going on behind the scenes and stuff. But like, I don't want to crush whatever they got in their head, so I'll run with it too and let them have fun. And
yeah,
it's all for fun, man. That's all it is. Like,
yeah,
so why crush someone and just be like, who cares?
exactly. So let
So
me ask you this then: do you ever somebody ever come up to you and say, "Hey, I want this," and you're like, "Nah, dude, you don't want that," or "Nah, I'm not going to do that," or how do you select? You just go with whatever, or can you be selective?
so now I'm at a stage in my career where people come up to me and they already know my work, and there's like a
Hmm.
consistency to my work already.
Yeah.
So they just come to me and they say, "Look, I want to get this subject matter." Like, I'm really good at like giving the people what they want as far as their tattoo. Like,
Hmm.
the thing is I'm going to create it the best way and the coolest way possible for them. So like, if
Yeah.
someone comes in and they're like, "Yo, I want a chest eagle," I'm not going to go, "No, you want an owl." You know what I mean? Like,
Oh,
I'm going to
yeah,
give
sure.
I'm going to give them the coolest version of that chest eagle that they want. Because ultimately it's theirs. It ain't mine. It's just my
Yeah.
job to make it as cool as possible for them.
Do people walk in with artwork, or they just kind of let you sketch something up?
The
Or
thing now is people come in with their phones. That's real big. They come in and they want
oh,
to show
yeah,
stuff on phones, and it's always someone else's tattoo. And I got to explain to them. I say, "Look, I'll give you something similar, but I won't rip someone's thing dead on."
there you go. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Which is the nice thing about all the tribal I have. You can just kind of go with it and do
Oh
whatever.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Mike Biller does most of my work. Him and
Yeah.
my son Chris does a lot of my work too.
Yeah. I
It
like
was
Mike. Mike's a sweetheart of a human.
Hey, speaking of Mike,
Oh, fuck
did
that
he have
guy.
did he have this is Mike's this is you on Devoted Tattoo.
Yeah.
Did Mike have a nickname for you by any chance?
Shit, he had all kinds of nicknames for me.
Was
Like,
was one of them Vanilla Gorilla?
yeah, I'm the vanilla
What's
gorilla.
up
So,
with
like,
that?
well, if you see how I'm built and how I walk around, you know how I'm built. You see me.
Yeah,
Like, I'm built like a damn gorilla. I'm like built like a shit brick, brick shit house. And like,
yeah.
he just laughs at me because, like, I mean, they used to call me back in the day and all that. So he made me this big cutout sign that said Vanilla Gorilla and put it up in my station and all that. So I got it tattooed on my side. It says Vanilla Gorilla with this big ass gorilla.
Oh, that's great, man. That's great.
So I should bring that back. That was a good nickname.
Yeah,
I might
that's pretty
run that
cool.
back a second term.
Yeah, and then I was talking with my son Dylan. He actually, this is you
I
and him
love
right here.
Dylan, by the way. Yeah, I love that
Yeah,
kid so much. He just hit
it's
me up the other
fun.
night.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah,
But
he hits me up randomly. He just hits me up. It's funny.
what's really funny is he told me when him and you were both working at Devoted that y'all didn't
We
kick it
got
off
into it.
right initially.
We
You
got
got
into
into it.
it.
Yeah, that's what he told me. I was like,
And you
you
want to know
got into
something?
it with Ryan.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, and that's funny. Like, out of all the people I got into it with, he stood up for himself. I was very proud of him, and honestly, it made me like him even more because like
Yeah,
he
yeah.
didn't back down, and I appreciate that. So
He's not a big dude, as you can see, man. He's a
no, he's a
small
little
dude,
guy,
man.
but
But
yeah,
his
we got
heart
into it.
is like that
Oh, dude,
big, and his courage, and
it was funny. Right after that, we squared it up and we like talked about it, and fuck, dude, we were like peanut butter and jelly after that.
that's what he told me. He
Yeah.
told me Mike came up to you guys and said, "Hey, take it outside."
Yeah, Mike was scared. Mike got between us and he looked at me after we got done and he goes, "I've never been so scared of a human in my life." You are absolutely terrifying. And he looked at Dylan, he goes, "I don't know how he didn't move."
Yeah. Well, that look right there, dude, that'll scare
Oh,
anybody.
oh, dude, it was a after and thinking about it, I felt horrible, but it was just, people things go through things. And it is
Oh
what it
yeah,
is.
man. Yeah, yeah. Hey, another cool question I had for you about the show
Yeah.
is when Navarro and Chris Nunez and Oliver Peck, when you guys are doing your 5 hour piece or your 10 hour piece or what, do those guys hang around in the back and drink coffee, or do they leave and come back? Or
So it's kind of funny, like they got their own green room and stuff that they chill in, and they got
yeah,
all their women in there and their drinks and all that kind of stuff. And um but they don't show it on TV, but Navarro will come out, and you know how he goes, you got 3 hours, everybody, three
Yeah.
hours. Well, he walks around the room and he'll say, you got 3 hours, everybody, 3 hours. And he does 2 laps. And then he does, you got 2 hours, everybody, 2 hours. And then he does 2 laps. And you got 1 hour, everybody, 1 hour. And then
Oh,
they
wow.
shoot the whole thing and then they cut it so he doesn't have to keep coming out every hour. So,
Ah,
yeah,
wow.
there's a lot of you. The world sees about 2% of what actually
Yeah.
is, and they also. That's why we're always dressed in the same things, is so they
Yeah.
can cut it and put it the way they want it. So
Oh,
I never
right.
got to dress myself. Like I showed up in the morning, they had a picture of the outfit together, and they had the
Mhm.
outfit laid out for you, and that's what you wore for the day.
No kidding.
Yeah, I never. I look like Vin. I during season 5, I looked like Vin Diesel and Fred Durst's love child. Like they just mashed me together with like biker outfit and like backwards red hat, and
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
that was. And I've never that you've seen me that don't look like me. So
Yeah, dude. But you do always wear a hat. You usually
yeah,
backwards, I think, from what I've
yeah.
seen.
I usually wear a hat. It's people. People get a little weird when I walk around without my hat on, so I just tend to wear my hat a little
Oh,
more.
yeah.
So.
That's cool, man. That's cool. How did that all come about? You getting on the show and all that? Did you reach out to them, or somebody found you, or what?
No, they reached out to me. I was in I was in Cocoa Beach. Well, yeah, Cocoa Beach ish area, and I was living there, and I had a pretty big following at the time, and I've had like 4 different Instagrams. Like they so like it was one of my first ones, and they they were like, "Damn, you got a big following," and they were like, "We like your look." And then the big question was like, "How are you with confrontation?" And I was like, you guys ain't worried about my tattoos?" They're like, "No, your tattoos are good." Uh, they're like, and that was the now we'll get to that. I'll tell you. But they go, "We just need to know how you are with people in your face." I go, "Well, I am the person in the face." And they were like, "What?" No, I go, "Yeah, I don't wait for people to get in my face." And
Yeah,
they
yeah.
were like, "Yeah, you'll do." So yeah, and then the whole like the other how you said earlier, you're like, oh, it does new school tattooing. They made that up for the show. Like
Oh, did
I
they?
yeah, they needed a new school artist for that season because they didn't have one.
Ah,
So
gotcha.
technically, I do everything, but or realism and black and gray the most. But yeah, it was funny. They were like, can you do new school? And I go, yeah, I can do new school. Who cares? And they were like, all right, whatever. So I
I
just
got
I didn't take it all like it wasn't like end of the world stuff. I just wanted to be a part of something bigger,
sure.
you know what I mean? So
Yeah, I got a few pieces here. That's yours.
yeah, that's one. That's an old school one. Shit, that was
It's
done way back.
yeah. How about that one?
Way back, man. That's
Yeah.
good too. I remember that too.
This is one of my favorites right here because I'm a big Angelina Jolie
Oh
fan.
yeah, that was fun. I like that too a lot.
Yeah,
She's one of my more favorite clients. She's covered in all Disney and Pixar and all kinds of stuff.
that's awesome. So you get all kinds of people coming to you then.
Oh, dude, yeah, I got people that fly in all the time. I got this one lady, and she's some billionaire horse ranch lady, and she flies in in cut off jeans. She's got her own personal helicopter, flies in
What?
just to get little tattoos from me, and then tips me real big and leaves. I tattoo her son. Her son's like some big dog trainer. I got the craziest clientele. They're fun.
Tell us about a few of them.
Oh, dude, I've tattooed so many stars, and like it's crazy. Like the show really put me in line with tattooing like famous people. A lot of the people I don't know because they're like sports people, and I don't
Oh
follow
yeah,
sports that much. But like, I tattooed the whole cast of 300.
really? I
Yeah,
love
I
that
didn't
show.
except Gerard Butler because he didn't want to get tattooed, but they all got their helmets tattooed on them. And
Oh, cool,
each
man.
helmet that they had was specific to their character, I guess, and so
Yeah,
they all had different nicks and scratches in different places.
yeah,
So
dude.
um,
Wow.
I tattooed T Pain.
No, really.
Yeah, T Pain was probably
Wow.
one of my favorite because he came in. He's like, "Yo, I'm looking for the Ink Master guy you guys got here," and I was like, "Well, that's me," because you could hear his voice, and his voice is like, you know who he is right
Oh
away.
yeah,
So
yeah.
tattooed him and his wife. So I tattooed a panda on his hand. So
Did he cry like a little girl when you were doing his hand?
no, no, he
Dude,
was
I know
dude.
for me, The hand was probably that and
The
the back of
worst.
my leg was the two most painful for me. In fact, you were there when Mike was doing the
Oh
back
yeah,
of
I
my
remember the
leg.
leg. Yeah, I
Yeah, that's
remember.
when you and Mike were going to do a face off, and
Mhm.
you
I
had
kept
asked me
trying to
about.
do a face off, and I kept telling him, "I go, you're not good enough yet."
Yeah, yeah, and you asked me if you could do a. You wanted to do the Undertaker on me.
Yeah,
Remember
that's
that?
right.
But
Yeah,
it didn't match with all my artwork, so I'm like,
yeah.
What do you find people find to be the most painful uh, places? The arm, the leg, the ribs.
Oh, my palms. Yeah, the palms are absolutely the
Mm.
worst. That would be my number one, and then underneath the ass cheek, that's pretty horrible.
Oh,
Yeah,
really? Yeah.
yeah, those are
Wow.
mine. Yeah, I sat and got my head tattooed for 13 hours straight, just on the left side, like, um,
Yeah, yeah, dude. That.
and that still was. This was 5 minutes long, and I wanted to die. You know what I mean? So,
You ever use any of those creams?
nah, man, that's I don't know. I was brought up in a different time, is where you earn your tattoo. You know, even if it hurts, you got to sit through it. It just you
Yeah,
learn a lot. You learn a lot about yourself going through a tattoo. You know what I mean? If you could sit through it without all that stuff, you realize how far your body can actually be pushed.
yeah.
So
It's funny for me. It seemed like when I first started getting tatted, I was like, yeah, no problem. Even Mike on some of the ones he did on me down by my armpit and all that, he's like, you good? I'm like, yeah, I'm good.
yeah.
And now it's as I get older, I'm like, dang, that
Well,
hurts.
yeah. So as you get older, you lose elasticity in your skin, so it ends up hurting.
Oh,
So people don't really know that. You know what I mean? So if you're getting tattooed, get heavily tattooed while you're young, because it's way easier.
I'm telling you, bro. Oh man. So hey, so you do a lot of conventions, like you said. When you have your own shop. Where's your shop at?
So I actually work between three shops. So, well, a lot,
Yeah.
yeah. So I got with three companies. I'm at a tattoo shop in Oviedo, Florida, called
Mm-hmm.
YTL Tattoo,
Okay.
and I'm there when I'm in Florida, and then I work for up here at Amador County, in Northern California, and it's called Fat Cat Tattoo Studio. They also have Fat Cat tattoos in Sacramento and
Yeah, I've
Ireland.
heard of Fat Cat. Yeah.
It's a pretty well known shop. And then
Yeah.
when I'm on the road and I'm working at the military bases, I work for American Tattoo Society. So
Oh wow. You do a
yeah, and
lot of military guys.
yeah, man, our tattoo shops are on base. So like I literally like I'll go there and I'll stay for 2 weeks at a time, and I'll tattoo 2 weeks straight. Nothing but military guys on base.
Now they pay for that, or does the military pay for that?
No, they pay for that. Yeah.
Yeah. And is it
So
all patriotic tattoos, or just a little bit of
no, actually,
everything?
it's not. It's a little bit of everything. These kids, they come through, they get anime, they get black and gray realism, all kinds of shit. They don't care.
Dude,
So
anime has become huge, hasn't it?
dude, it's so like people my generation of tattooing are like, oh, I don't like anime or whatever. But to me, it's like I liked He-Man and I liked G.I. Joe. That was basically anime for us back in the day.
Exactly.
So how am I gonna talk shit to these kids liking this new stuff? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's and to me it's just fancy traditional is all anime is, you know what I mean? So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And you make a pretty good living doing it.
What's that?
I said you make a pretty good living doing it.
Oh yeah, I mean I do really well for myself. But I'm also like there's a big thing going around right now where tattooers are saying they're struggling and there's no money and there's a saturated market. And
Mm-hmm.
I just tell myself, if you do good enough and you're a good enough person and your bedside manner is good and you're good with people, the money is always there. So like I'm always also traveling a lot.
Right.
Like I'm on a plane every 2 weeks. So like I go where I go to the money. I don't let the money come to me. You know what I mean? So
That's cool. Yeah, and I think it seems like if you're that guy, you do great work, you're good with people, people are looking for you. You're not out looking for the work. You're not sitting in a shop waiting, okay, somebody gonna come in, da da
uh,
da. People are lining up waiting for you,
yeah,
But
like
oh, that's
I
cool, man.
got I got directly after this, I'm opening my books and I'll have 15 spots for Florida. And that's how it is. My spots are real limited. So if I'm there for 2 weeks, there's only, 13 whatever spots or however many spots I'm going to do. I go, so it creates like a call to action. People want to jump
Sure.
in as quick as they can, or are they going to miss me until the next time I come around? So,
What's the average session time for you? Is there such a thing, or is just whatever?
Yeah, it's typically between 5 and 7 hours. I mean, I love doing small tattoos. I got no problem doing them. It's just people don't, I think they see my work and they're like, well, he must not do small tattoos. And I love doing them. It's just don't get
Oh
people.
yeah, all you guys listening and watching, he does do small tattoos. Okay.
Yeah, I want to tattoo everybody. I think
Yeah.
everybody deserves a good piece. I don't care. So
Yeah,
I'm not
man, no doubt.
big for that.
Hey, I always wondered, did you and Mark ever make up, long neckers? You guys,
Oh
because I
yeah,
know
we're
you
good
guys were good
buddies.
buddies, and then that whole thing, he
Yeah.
kind of got sour with you.
Me and Mark got pretty close and we worked at conventions together, and he thought I screwed him over. I was judging a tattoo contest, and for whatever reason he didn't win, and he took it real personally against me because he thought it was shady or whatever.
But
Yeah.
it didn't seem like it was really that you guys made up. You guys still
No, we're
talk and all
good.
that.
Yeah, we're homies. He just hit me up the other day, so we're cool.
Yeah. Where's
Yeah,
he
I'm real
working at
proud of
now?
him. He's got two thriving shops, and one in Cocoa Beach, and he just opened a second one. I want to say it's Palm Bay, I think. But if you don't know, like, go look at his shops. They're great. Endless Summer Tattoo.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does
Yeah,
good
he's
work.
had the Cocoa Beach one for a while now, hasn't he?
Oh yeah, man. He's like one of the
Years, yeah.
oldest running shops there, or something like that. He's Cocoa Beach till he dies. So,
Yeah, yeah. Did you make any other friends there on the show?
oh dude, we're all friends. Like we all
That's
pretty much
great.
know each other. Like for the most part. I mean, once you've been on that show, it's kind of like a little, that's your little clique. Even though I
Yeah,
got friends throughout all the tattooing, it's like
yeah.
we run across each other in the shows so much and stuff like that. So
Yeah, that's cool. And what about like Navarro or Nunez or Pack? Any of those? You guys,
uh,
you make any friendship with those guys at all or no?
Navarro was really cool. He was super super. I mean, we don't like keep in touch or nothing like that, but like
Right, right.
he was one of the nicest guys on the set, to be honest.
Well, that's what I was going to say because I watching the set, Nunez seemed like a real jerk, and Oliver Peck seemed like one of these kind of guys.
Yeah,
Brush you
well,
off. But you don't know. I mean, they're
yeah.
just like you guys. They're getting paid to do a show. How much of their personality is real? And I could tell from just watching Dave that the dude is legit. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
he's 100% him, and he won't change for anybody, which is pretty cool. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
when he walks into a room, he just like exudes rock star. So like
Yeah,
he just has it like dripping from him. You know what I mean? And it's cool. I don't care who you are. When he walks into a room, that's what cool feels like, and you're like, oh shit,
yeah,
okay. And then,
yeah,
but he's so down to earth also, and he catches so much hell from a lot of people online. And I'm like, if you guys spent 10 minutes with this cat, you just want to hang out with him the rest of the night. Not because he's
yeah,
like thinks he's better than you. He's just a cool guy to be around. So
yeah. And the
yeah, he
others,
was Ollie was cool. He didn't, we talked a little bit, nothing crazy. Nunez, me and him kind of got into it on the show.
I
So
know it. You guys are gonna go to blows, man.
yeah, like yeah, shit got a little wild between us.
I think he would have got his butt whooped.
Yeah, well, you know. I'll just smile and wave. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He's me and him are like cool. We'll just say that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys get to see any of their artwork during the show at all, or no?
No, not really.
Because they're judging you guys, and they have
Yeah.
some stuff, but
No,
you know,
sometimes I wish they would have. I wish they would have like tattooed on set to where we could have walked them. That would have been cool.
yeah, that would have been really cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think Dave doesn't tattoo, right? He's just full of tattoos.
No. He gets a misconception. Everybody's like, well, why is he on there? He doesn't tattoo. His tattoos are garbage. Well, he's supposed to be coming from the client's point of view. So he's not. That's the only reason he's there. He's looking from the client's point of view. He's not looking from
Right.
anything else. Other than he's just like, yeah, that's cool. You know what I mean? Like,
And he's bringing ratings, I'm sure.
oh yeah, man. Like, come on.
Yeah, yeah, that's really cool. Do you guys get to go out to dinner with them or hang out with them at the house or anything, or no?
Well, the coolest thing was he did come up and he brought his guitar up to the loft while we were all up there, and he just
Mhm.
started shredding in the loft. Like we were all sitting there, and he just started shredding his guitar right in front of us. And
Yeah,
to see that level of play in like this close, like
yeah,
you see people play guitar all the time live in bars and clubs and like even on stage at some music, but until you see someone that amazing right in front of you doing something that
Mhm.
just looks impossible, like I
yeah,
get, I the music world's astonishing to me. I can't get over how crazy musical people are, so talented, and like
yeah,
he's just on another level of crazy.
Yeah. Hey, so let me ask you another question too. Is like in the house,
Yeah,
cameras are off.
yeah.
Does the whole feeling change once the cameras are off and everybody leaves and it's just you guys? Are you guys all now, man, that was tough, buddy, or is it still carry on through
I
legit,
mean, it stays pretty tense for a little while, and then there's
Yeah.
like this calm down period, and then people like start talking again and whatever, and then it, and then they're like, at the end of the night, they're like, can you believe I said that? Can you believe that? Oh, and then they kind of talk shit and kind of, it's still there, and the animosity's still there, but it's kind of gone because we're all friends and we know each other anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's weird, like, and I know it's a different now for the show. The show, they don't get into fights as much on the show now, which is kind of
Right.
crazy. Like that was one of the best parts. Like, why do we watch NASCAR? For the
Yeah.
wrecks, right?
Exactly, man.
So like it's the same thing for tattooing. I've been on the show numerous seasons and like different episodes and all kinds of crazy shit. People hardly remember even any of the tattoos I make. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, of course. They remember you.
Yeah, they remember me and they remember me flipping out on somebody. So
Oh, you're gonna get my face again.
It don't look like you learned no respect from back then.
He looks pissed, man.
I could do whatever I want in my bubble.
What if I step into this bubble?
I mean, then you're crossing that bubble.
And then what?
Then you're
happens
crossing
if I
that
cross
bubble, bro.
Huh?
Back
Back me the up.
that's it. I don't know.
You're always going to be known for that, bro.
Yeah, it's all right. That and my stupid vest. They made me wear a biking vest all the time. I was known for that shit.
Whereas you normally don't wear a vest, right?
No, I don't wear a vest just around town like they had me.
Oh my gosh, man.
I was like,
But again, that's television, bro. That sells,
Yeah.
right?
shit,
You know,
I wear a cowboy hat more than I wear a fucking vest.
Yeah. That's like we're big WWE fans.
Oh, yeah.
And, Jay Uso, everybody's
yeah.
everybody looking at him, and some of my people are like, "What? He's not even a good wrestler." I'm like, "You see the way that guy comes in, and the
Yeah.
crowd. That's money. That's why he's so big. He's
Yeah.
money in the bank.
And that's, I know my role for the show. When they brought me on, I knew good and well ahead of time. They're like, I'm not there to win. You know what I mean? I'm there to
Right.
get far enough to piss everybody off, and that was my role. And if you look at, like, if you go look at the numbers on the views and the watches,
Yeah.
my episodes were always the biggest because of the fights. So
Sure.
like it went from like all the other ones was like 30,000, 60,000, whatever, and then you get to mine are over 1 million, views.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
cause like, everybody wants to see a fight, whether it's good, bad, indifferent, whatever.
You know what's funny is yesterday Alice Cooper showed up at my church, right?
Yeah,
And I took a picture. I'm actually going to have him on the podcast.
dude, that's
And
awesome.
I took a picture with him, and I'm talking with him, and my wife posted it on Facebook, right?
Uh-huh.
And then people start talking smack. People can't just be happy for a brother. Oh, that's photoshopped. It's this and that. And then I went on there and I said, you know what? For all you haters out there, I don't need to prove nothing to you, but I shared a whole bunch of pictures of him talking to a bunch of people in the church and stuff and sent that all out.
Right.
Well, because of that, this created controversy. So now people, like you said, people love that crap. More people are watching it. People are commenting on it.
I mean, shit. Look at yesterday at the Super Bowl. Halftime show.
Exactly, bro.
Like now, look, that everybody's like, it's a buzz all around the world. Nobody's really even talking about the game. There's like, fuck, what a game!
Exactly.
The halftime show, and it's like,
Yeah.
that's what buzz will do.
Dude, people like confrontation. That's the bottom line.
Oh, they
Bottom
love,
line,
like, let's face it, the halftime show wasn't that exciting, right? But man, it was confrontational, wasn't it? So it started some shit. So
Yeah,
I
man.
think that's what our world seems to thrive on right now, which is kind of sad, but that's the way it is.
Yeah, it is what it is, man. So I told you I wouldn't keep you long, but I just got a couple more questions
No,
for
it's
you.
all right.
Like
Yeah, I got time.
my son Chris, he's the one that did this one up for me.
Yeah.
He's done that one, my Polynesian ring, and a bunch of other ones. He's wanting to get into this. Any advice for him? Is because he was talking with Mike a little bit. Mike said, "Go get your bloodborne pathogens license or whatever, and then come in and sit down and draw for a while." Is that the way he should go about it? In other words, you're in it. Mike is an owner. When I have high respect for him because I know he's going to watch this, but. Is that the kind of advice you would, not just him, but somebody who wanted to get into it? He's really good already. He's been doing it for like 4 years, but he's never worked for anybody.
Right. Well, a little bit of my backstory is I've been tattooing for almost 25 years now. And I actually went through two apprenticeships when I was young. I did one
Oh,
in South Korea, and I did it for a year and a
oh,
half. I actually had to learn Korean. I learned how to make needles, learned how to make my own ink, learned how to cut acetate, the whole nine, the old traditional way. Um, then I left there. I did that for a year and a half. Came back to California. I did another year and a half under a female tattooer. This was 25 years ago. So like
yeah,
that was taboo, right? But I got to
yeah,
see. She helped me with the art side of stuff. Like she really refined my drawing and all that other stuff. And then I got to see the world through a woman's eyes in tattooing. And at that time, it was gnarly, dude. Like they didn't get the
sure,
respect that we got. So,
right.
but yeah, I still firmly believe in getting good at apprenticeship. The thing right now with all the kids is like, oh, there's this. I'm not a big fan of the word toxic, but kids use it a lot, and they're like, oh,
Hmm.
there's this toxic. They're taking, they're rude, they're not. Yeah, there is people like that, but if you're smart enough, you'll avoid those people, and you'll find a good apprenticeship with a good person, and that person will
Right.
really put time and effort into you. There's still
Hmm.
good people out there, and I think people are so drummed up on the negative that they don't look for the positive as hard anymore. So if you go and not settle and like do your due diligence, like I didn't go to the first shop I found and said, I'm going to learn under you. I went here, 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 here until I found what fit me. And then,
Oh,
then,
right.
then I, then I dove all in, you know what I mean? But the biggest thing if you're doing it is you got to draw. Like I don't care. Like everybody has the iPads now, and I think they're great. I think it's a great tool. It makes everything faster and smarter. All that stuff. It's great. I love it.
Yeah, but
But
it's cheaters.
yeah, you need to know how to draw before what do they say? Like learn clutch before you drive an automatic, right? And then you can drive
Yeah,
the rest of your life. Doesn't matter what's on the planet, right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's the same thing. Learn to draw all styles, do everything. Suck,
Hmm.
suck, 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 suck. And then the only thing that's going to make you better is just getting in there, doing it, learning with the right people. Chair time. Chair time
Yeah,
makes you better. So everybody
yeah,
wants to ring the bill and get better right now. Like, you got to put in the work. So,
yeah. That's one thing. He's an amazing, amazing freaking artist. He can draw. He draws all the time. Everywhere we were at a
you
restaurant,
just,
he took a napkin
Mhm.
with a pen, and on this napkin drew his girlfriend. And you look at it, and it looks like a freaking picture.
Oh, it's awesome.
I mean,
Yeah.
that boy can draw, man, and he's got
Yeah.
books, and he takes all kinds of stuff, old pictures, and draws over them. And I mean, just he's really good as far as that, and he's very creative in his mind. He comes
Yeah.
up with some crap. I'm like, holy, where'd you find that? He's like, I just thought it up, So I
Yeah.
know he's got the right formula,
Yeah.
And it's just as far as apprenticeship, does he? If he finds, let's say he does go to Mike, is it 2 hours a day, 8 hours a day?
No.
How does that
It's,
normally
it's,
work?
so when I got mine, and I hate going, oh, when I'm back in my day, but
Mm-mm.
I worked three jobs while I was going through an apprenticeship. In the morning, I'd wake up and I'd do, I would go to construction
Hmm.
for like early till fucking midday. And then midday, I would leave and I would go to the apprenticeship until they told me I was done. And then when I was done, I left there and there was a local 7-Eleven near my house that needed security at night. And I did security at the door at 7-Eleven. And I barely slept. You know what I mean? But
Wow.
I wanted it so bad,
Yeah.
like I would do anything for it. Kids aren't willing to go that hard anymore. You know what I mean? And I wish the
Yeah. Yeah.
ones that do, you can see it in them, and they're
Yeah.
amazing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and
Yeah.
I applaud the shit out of them. So
Yeah.
I'm not big on the whole gatekeeping thing, but I am. I do believe people that deserve it and earn it definitely should be a part of it.
Yeah, man. For sure. For sure.
Yeah,
So where I know, yeah, you like at three different locations. Where are you happiest at? Being in California or being close to home or
Florida,
does it matter?
Florida, because my daughter's there. You know what I
Oh
mean? Like
yeah.
my daughter's. That's it, man. She's my number
Yeah.
one. So like, I'm home. California's home, and I got my family here. Like I'm at my family's home right now,
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
like I have all my friends and who I grew up with. But my daughter is the only true love I've ever had in my whole life. So it's like, um, she's it, man. So like the whole
Yeah.
reason I did the show, if you go back in my Instagram, you'll see a picture of my daughter looking up at me on the TV, and
Yeah.
man, that was the whole
I know
reason
the
I
picture.
did the show. Yeah, the
Yeah.
one she
Yeah.
so the whole reason I did the show was once I'm dead and gone, she's gonna still be able to watch me after. If she ever needs me, she can go turn on the TV and see her dad and be
Yeah,
proud.
man.
Like, there's not a lot of achievements in tattooing that like transcend into the regular world. Like a lot of, unless you're on TV, which is that's we win trophies and awards at conventions all the time. I had a
Right.
room. Nobody cares. Nobody in the regular world really cares. So, and it's fine
Right.
because it's not their world. I'm not mad at them for it. I knew that was a thing that my daughter could be proud of me in life that I can achieve. I want her to see her dad wasn't a mess up. So
Yeah. That was one of the things I was going to ask you, what kind of balance you have between work, which is always traveling,
yeah.
everything, and your family time, but
Oh, dude, I FaceTime my daughter like 4 times a day if she's not already FaceTiming me when I'm on the road. And the minute I get home, she comes and spends the night. And we only live like 11 miles from each other, so she comes and stays at my house, and she gets full
awesome.
tear of the house, and she gets anything. She basically gets anything she wants. She's a good kid, so she like straight A's. She plays 7 different instruments. She goes on like,
Holy
dude.
cow.
Yeah, bro. When I say she's good, she's not like, oh, cute, my daughter's good. She's like, I'm gonna retire one day because she's that good. Like, dude,
Wow.
she sings, does music the whole night. Ask Dylan. Dylan like hits me up all the time. He's like, dude, she's so nasty. And it's like, and you know how good Dylan is, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Guy's
So
amazing.
yeah, so I appreciate it when he says stuff like that. So it's like, I don't know, man, dude, it's cool to see her thrive in her own world and not living in my artistic shadow. I want her to be
Absolutely.
artistic in her own way and have her own thing. So now I'm starting to use my platform to boost her up. So
Right, right, right.
yeah.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome, bro. Well, that's pretty much all I had for you, man. I just wanted to kind of dig into your brain a little bit and just see how you're doing and stuff.
Yeah, anytime, man.
Yeah, man. Let me know when you're back local. Maybe I'll book a session with you.
Yeah,
You know.
I'll be home. I'll be home coming up here and I fly home the 17th. So yeah, anytime you want, just let me know, dude, whenever
Okay.
you're ready.
Okay, yeah, I'll hit you up. Oh yeah. Hey, just one quick question for you.
Yeah, yeah.
When you get old, are you going to be like an old dancing kind of guy like this?
Shut your trap.
That's me right now, dog. So I don't know. Here's a little tidbit of information about old Ryan Eternal. I used to be a stripper. I was a stripper.
Really?
Yeah, I was a stripper for 3 years in Texas. So
Oh,
I got that in me, dog. I've been that guy and been it forever. So
anything else you want to tell everybody watching that
nah,
doesn't
man.
know about you?
Nah, man. I lived a wild ass life. I've been through all kinds of shit. And best way to if you want to learn about any of that shit, come sit in my chair and get tattooed. I'll tell you all about it.
Yeah, yeah, man. I'll do it. I'll hit you up. I will hit you up, bro. Well, listen, man, those of you guys watching, man, this is Ryan Eternal on here on Is It Wrong? And the dude's great when he's in town. If you get a chance, book with him.
Yeah.
But if not, make sure you subscribe his pages. And thanks for watching Is It Wrong? Ryan, hang in for a quick second, brother. Peace.
Oh, I put